center has taken in last couple of years some very helpful steps, sir, to boost heritage tourism in Bihar. Can you highlight some of them?
Administration in charge in JMK,
Sir,
and there are some boards like that which are pulled down. What will you do?
But how should the person who's been put into that position behave or work so that he just to the cause?
But is it not originally explained in Srimad Bhagavad Gita also, Advaita system? Please come in.
sir.
Bharat Kumar,
Sir.
please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
You have reached in selected few. Tell us something about yourself.
Sir, my name is Paras Kumar, sir. I belong to a district called Banka in the state of Bihar. I have done my elementary schooling from Banka itself, from St. Joseph's School, Banka. I have done mechanical engineering from Punjab University, Chandigarh. Thereafter, through BPSC, I was selected, sir. I am currently working as district program officer, overseeing establishment and Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan section of education department in the district of Jamui, Bihar, sir.
District program is the rural development counterpart.
Sir, it is subordinate to district education officer, sir.
Acha, it is in the education department,
Sir.
not in the rural development.
No, sir.
Okay, acha. What are your duties?
Sir, I'm currently supervising officer for establishment section, sir. So as establishment, sir. And I'm also the nodal officer for Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, sir, for implementation of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan throughout the district.
Paras, tell me, what is the potential of heritage tourism in Bihar?
As far as heritage tourism is concerned, sir, it certainly has great scope, sir. For instance, we have had a great civilizational history. We have had, I would say, a kind of a rural ecosystem that may attract the populace of the urban cities, sir.
How can it boost the economy? Tell me something on that. Can it contribute to the economy of Bihar?
It can certainly contribute to the economy.
How much can it contribute?
In terms of statistics, sir, I would not be able to tell, but given the kind of potential in terms of be it natural resources, be it ecosystem, or be it forest, wildlife, or be it historical monuments, and we have a kind of labor force.
Okay, you tell me, the center has taken in last couple of years some very helpful steps,
Sir,
to boost heritage tourism in Bihar. Can you highlight some of them?
it indeed has taken, sir. For instance, we are developing circuit model of tourism, sir. For example, Buddhism circuit is there. For instance, Jainism circuit is there as well. So in a way, to reap the cluster based strength of tourism, the government is certainly doing its effort on that.
Last year the government announced some program regarding Gaya, Buddhist circuit.
Sir.
Can you highlight that? Tell me.
I'm not aware of the scheme in detail, sir, but as far as I know,
All
sir,
right,
it is.
no problem. Let's move to another topic.
Sir,
Do you think there has been impact of external factors on the foreign policy of India?
the kind of foreign policy that we have, it exhibits strategic autonomy, sir, but still a foreign policy has to account for all the external factors. It has to be flexible. It can't be fixated on certain
All
ideological
right.
things.
So give me some example, which some external factors which have had major impact on Indian foreign policy in the recent years. Don't go back to history.
Our proactive participation in institutions such as Quad, sir, I would say that it is certainly an outlier as far as our foreign policy is concerned. We, in a way, have participated in a quasi-strategic association, which is interest-based.
Why? What is the external factor?
So China was doing its muscle flexing in the Indo-Pacific region in order to counter the hegemony of China in that sphere, and also to build sound relationships in Indo-Pacific region. We thought that some kind of institutional arrangement is needed, and that's why we participated in Quad.
And then now tell me some internal factors which have an impact on India's foreign policy in recent years.
The internal factors, as far as the political economy is concerned, that certainly has a role to play in kind of foreign policy that we
Give me
pursue.
example.
Sir, for instance, the kind of leadership bonhomie that is being made, that was not there earlier as far as our foreign policy is concerned. Now we see communication and
Okay, last topic. Let's move to normalization process with China.
sir.
Give me major understanding that we have reached with China to normalize our relationship. Beginning from October last year.
Sir, we have had an agreement, sir, in 2024, under the terms of which we have disengaged our military formation, and now we are conducting the patrols. We have agreed to go back to 2020 status quo, sir, that was there in the Ladakh, eastern Ladakh region, sir. Escalation has not happened to that scale, for example.
Okay, that is one.
Sir.
What else?
Military level talks are also happening at certain rates, sir.
All right. Recently, both the countries' top officials met. They announced some steps. Are you aware of that?
I have to read on that.
Some flight. Okay, you have to last. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Paras. In Bihar, what is the literacy rate now? Men and women separately and together. Roughly.
Sir, average literacy rate as far as 2011 census, it is 65, sir. I would be unable to recall about male and female, sir. I have to read on that stats, sir.
Okay, so what do you think measures should be taken to improve literacy? I'm talking of at the national level.
Sir.
What can you do about it? Concern. Avoid spitting in Srinagar and things like that. Are you aware of the incident?
Sir, I'm not aware of exact news, sir.
Achha, okay, now let's say you are the administration in charge in J&K,
Sir,
and there are some boards like that which are pulled down. What will you do?
can you repeat the question, sir? I'm unable to.
You are in charge of the police,
Sir.
DG,
Sir.
and you get the information that the police force over there has removed certain signages,
Sir.
on which it was written no smoking and avoid drinking in Srinagar, avoid having drugs and spitting.
As a DG of
They were
police,
pulled down.
sir. Sir, as a DG of police, I would coordinate with the Chief Secretary of the state whether there exists a policy under which such signages were placed there, and why and what is the rationale for its removal. I'm sure that if police has removed such signages, sir, there must be some policy beneath it, and if it is done without any policy, just on whims and fancies, then restoration of such signages will be done, sir.
And you will take certain people to task.
Certainly, sir. If things have been done beyond the rules and norms, those who have done it would be held to task and face prosecution or departmental proceedings, sir.
Okay. Now this has sparked controversy in J&K. Now there is one section of people who are saying that we must be respected so far as the culture is concerned, and people from outside, the tourists, should not do it. And they've gone to the extent of saying that we are going to take a bill in the assembly, J&K assembly,
Sir.
to ban the liquor altogether.
Sir.
What do you think about that? They want to ban the liquor.
Sir, I'm all in the favor of responsible and ethical tourism, sir. Particularly when we are going to far away place, we have to take the cultural symbols, the ideals and the heritage in account, sir. We have to be responsible as a tourist, sir. As far as banning of liquor outrightly is concerned, I feel that it would go against the fundamental rights, sir. Everyone has got right to drink it in his home, whatever he can, unless it doesn't impinges upon the public health. So if the political leadership feels that there is a time to ban the liquor, I think it is for the leadership to decide on that, sir. As far as I'm
What will
concerned,
be the implication? What has happened in Bihar after banning the liquor? How much revenue you are losing?
indeed we are losing a lot of revenue, sir. But it is there in the directive principle under Article 44, and we felt, as far as Bihar is concerned, is that liquor is a social evil, sir. So that might not be the case in Jammu Kashmir or any other state. We feel that consumption of liquor impinges upon the public health. It impinges upon the purchasing power that a normal household has. So we had to have a dedicated legislation to curb liquor outrightly, sir. So that was the rationale. That might not be the rationale for any other state. So it is for the political leadership of the state to decide upon that, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can you draw some parallel between the concept of justice enunciated by Michael Sandel vis-a-vis the Platonic concept of justice?
I have to read on that, sir.
But have you heard of Michael Sandel?
No, sir. Unfortunately, no, sir.
He's a professor of philosophy in Harvard University, and he has written has spoken what we call extensively on the concept of justice. But now let us come back to Aristotle. What is the Aristotle concept of justice?
Sir, Aristotle, as far as Aristotle's concept of justice is
No,
concerned,
I'm sorry. So Plato. I'm so sorry.
Sir.
Plato's concept of justice. I'm so sorry.
sir, Plato's idea of justice is that there has to be a philosopher king, someone who is enlightened, sir, who can show path to the citizenry of the state, sir. And his idea of justice is based on the fact that people have some innate traits, and based on that trait he should have that vocation. For instance, a soldier has an innate strength of courage, sir. That's why he is a soldier. So he believed in stationing of a person based on the innate trait or innate ability of that person. So it is a kind of social arrangement based on innate traits. So that is the kind of justice that he propounded.
You have mentioned that you were recognized for Mission Daksh benefiting 36,000 academically underperforming students.
Sir,
Now there's a concept of segregation of good and not such good and not so good students.
sir.
What are the disadvantages of this segregation?
As far as segregation for academic purpose is concerned, sir, for example, so we can't have one size fits all approach, sir. For example, there are kids who have a good amount of cognitive capacity, and a different kind of pedagogical framework for that kids is needed. There are children who are not able to understand the academic concepts properly, and that's why we need a different kind of pedagogical framework or different approach as far as teacher is concerned. There should not be any physical segregation as far as making them sit in different classrooms, but the approach of teaching should be different. The teaching framework has to be segregated. It has to be personalized, so that one size fits all approach in teaching approach is not there.
So you recommend the same classroom,
Sir.
right? Now you have mentioned exploring diverse topics through YouTube.
Sir.
What are the topics that you keep on looking at?
So mostly that is going on in the world, sir. Lately I watched a video on AI, sir, how AI is going to impact human society, sir.
What are the limits that that there could be on AI? AI cannot go beyond a certain point. I think that AI can win over everything. What is your point of view?
The fact that AI can win over everything, sir, as far as the current level of technology that we have, I feel it is more like a science fiction, sir. It is highly futuristic to say that AI will win over everything. But yes, it has certainly been brought a seismic impact, be it economy, be it society, be it learning. So the kind of investment that we do right now, the kind of regulation that we bring right now would ultimately impact its growth, sir. So if we are able to commit the fund, if we are able to commit the resources, then it would certainly bring landmark changes, sir.
Have you heard about Altman? Paul Altman?
I have heard his name, sir, but unable to recall his works, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
In philosophy,
Sir.
there is an allegation against Sarupalli Radhakrishnan
Sir.
that he plagiarized his student's thesis and included in his thesis.
Sir.
Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware of the exact allegation, sir, but I've heard of it, that there was an allegation of plagiarism imposed upon him, sir.
Reimagined.
Sir.
What does that mean?
For example, sir, Vedantic school system, there are diverse school of thought, sir, within the Vedantic metrics, sir. So he tried to inculcate the positive features of all the school of thought, all speculative tradition within Vedantic system of thought, sir, and propounded a school of thought of his own, sir. So unfortunately I have not read his works, sir.
What was Adi Shankaracharya's contribution to Indian thought?
Sir, Adi Shankaracharya was, I believe, a crowning jewel, sir, jewel of Indian philosophical tradition, sir. He postulated Advait system of thought, sir, which believes that reality is one, Brahman, Nirgun, which is non-dual. So entire reality is one, sir.
But is it not originally explained in Srimad Bhagavad Gita also, Advait system?
Yes, sir.
It says, Aham Brahmasmi.
Sir. Yes, indeed, sir. Upanishads, there are the strains of thought that have been given in Advait system of belief, sir. But he built a philosophy of his own, sir. Certainly, it has its genesis in the Upanishads, in our Vedas. But he built an original school of philosophy, sir, that has its root there. But still, he did.
How do you title that school?
It is Advait system of philosophy,
Advaita.
sir.
So you said Ved and Upanishad. You are using them in one breath.
Sir.
So are they the same thing?
But traditionally, in our speaking practice, we understand that Vedas are only four books, sir. But it is rather the Vedantic system has Samhitas, Rig Ved, Atharva Ved, Sam Ved, Yajur Ved. It has got Upanishads, which has got the philosophical part of it. It has got Aryanakas, which are read in forest by the seers and their tutelage, sir. And it has got the Brahmanas, sir. Of all the Vedas, there are Brahmanas. It is a kind of
How many Upanishads popularly known?
Upanishads are categorized into major and minor Upanishads, sir.
Major.
I have to read on that.
In
sir.
all? Major, minor included?
I have to read on that.
Okay.
Sir, thank you.
And what is contribution of Bertrand Russell, the British philosopher?
So Bertrand Russell brought a linguistic turn in the Western philosophical tradition, sir. So earlier philosophy was about speculation. It was about what can we think. But Bertrand Russell says that what can we read, what can we write, what can be really articulated in words, sir. So he brought logical atomism, that reality is sum total of facts and every facts can be pictured in words. So if there is a fact which cannot be pictured in words, that fact is not for our understanding. That is a metaphysics. We can't deal into it.
I see. He's also said to have said that man is a rational animal.
Sir.
I have heard it, people saying it.
Sir.
But in the long life that I have had, and he lived beyond 90,
Sir.
I am yet to meet a rational human being.
Sir.
Why do you think he said so? What is wrong with the rationality or human being?
I feel he was a bit pessimistic about human nature, sir. As far as I'm concerned, I feel that man is a rational human being, sir. Certainly there are instinctive animal-like traits in us that exhibit at times, but we have also got higher state of being, sir, that is of love, care and compassion, and people generally show those traits in life, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This concludes your interview. I'll request my colleague to give you the assessment, your assessment of your interview on my behalf and his.
Sir.
You also already appeared for the interview once.
Sir.
How much did you score?
173, sir.
So, Paras,
Sir.
I think you are a good candidate. Very stable, confident, cool, calm, composed. And you already scored 173, which is good. I'm sure you can score much better than this. You have the capacity to do that. Couple of things you should keep in mind. One, special attention on Bihar's education. You have to know,
Sir.
what are the problems, and you have to give what is the solution. Because that is the key to Bihar's problem today.
Sir.
Okay. So you should have some innovative solution also. Okay. Beyond just the typical kind of thing. So you should pay special attention to that with facts and figures.
Sir.
Second is that sometimes you tend to give very unstructured, generalized answer. Every time I ask you something, religious tourism, you started repeating that there is a great potential in religious tourism. Tell me exactly what it is. There is very little time. So if you go on too long, then the tendency is to cut you short and then move to the next question. So that has to be, avoid unstructured, generalized answer. Prioritize it. Briefly to the point.
Sir.
Third is, several information gaps are there. Okay. So, especially on tourism, education, information gaps. Fill that up. All right. And how you're going to do that? One of the best way is to, look at your DAF first, take out some questions. You don't have too many, just 20 days left. So pick up some of the most important things that you have mentioned, like contribution to the peaceful conduct of Lok Sabha election.
And 12 days.
Okay, 12 days. So, something on democracy can come, Chief Election Commission election process can come. So prepare for this. And the best way to prepare is that make a, question bank. Some from your DAF, some from the major events that are taking place and its direct impact on India as far as foreign and security policy was concerned. Say I asked you external and internal. You're not able to give me really good answer. So many answers if you are taught. Global crisis, ongoing global crisis has forced India to buy oil because of all this. Article 370, internal factor has resulted in deterioration of relation with Pakistan. Today, so many things are there you can give. So just presence of mind. So if you prepare these notes, especially India and its neighborhood, what are the major crisis area? What is its impact? And others, ongoing, Trump presidency, how it will impact India. And put them in bullet points now, with facts, figures, challenges, solution. Then your opinion. And then your information bank will be good. And then the way you will answer will show that you are a, informed person. You think through the issue and come up with sharp opinion. That is very required because you have already scored well. I'm sure you have the capacity to score around 200. Best of luck.
You have made a very good entry, energetic entry as you came in. That was good. You're well dressed. Your communication skills are exceptional. And you're very honest. If you did not know anything you said, you did not know it. Or you'll read more. And you could connect issues very well. Now, I was very happy to see your answer. You were very discerning when we were talking about liquor ban in Bihar and JNK. Reasons there are different. Reasons in Jammu and Kashmir are different. There they are citing the reasons of to maintain their cultural heritage and sensitivity of the people towards this. Whereas in Bihar, reasons are different. So that you could understand. And you were pretty stable as has been brought out. Right. A few points, if you keep in mind, you will do better. When you entered, though it might be your habit, maybe keeping hands here to say good morning, sir, whatever, you did not put your hand over here on the chest. Not required. Then wishing everybody separately. No. Wish the chair, nod at the others. If there is a lady present, wish the chair, the lady, and nod at the others. Right. Socks could be black. Okay. No designs. Shaving is a must. Then somebody might ask you something about mindful walking in mindful walks. What is meant by mindfulness? What do you do it? What are the benefits? Since when are you doing? And related questions. Okay. Then if you do not understand a question, instead of saying, can you please repeat the question? You could slightly modify it, refine it a little more. Say, if you could, sir, if you could please repeat. If you could, can you nahi? If you could please repeat that, sir, if you could please. Okay? That's all. Thank you.
You have philosophy as one of your optionals, as the optional paper. So obviously, I thought that you must be knowing what Michael Sandy means when he talks about justice in the present. And he has what you call, he has lectured extensively on
Yes,
the
on
concept
YouTube
of
also it
justice.
is available.
Yes, what's the right thing to do?
Yes.
Because see, ultimately, when these things come up, like Bertrand Russell sir asks you, and then of course justice, Plato will always come into. When you Plato, then of course perhaps they may see once the moment you write exploring diverse topics for YouTube, etc. So that brings me to Michael Sandy. And even he's been seen by tens of millions of people, including China, which recognized him in the year 2011 as one of the most influential figures of the 21st century. So you need to be just go through this, and Platonic concept of justice, etc. Since it has been in your paper, so I don't think I need to be telling you anything. But especially that you would like to have a just and harmonious order. I mean, the same thing we are trying to explain. He's also trying to explain the same thing, and he says that the market should not determine everything. He talks about the concept of justice. Michael Sandy. Now, secondly, once you came into the area of AI, then Sam Altman. Yeah. So, and then of course, a lot of developments are coming up. The moment you say that, then of course you must be prepared for these things. And you're also an engineer, in fact, you know. If you're not an engineer, perhaps you would not have gone into great depths, but that is the expectation. You have done a lot of good work, especially you've been recognized so much in Bihar by the government, especially with reference to academically underperforming students. So see, especially the new education policy. But apart from that, there's always a discussion going on about how to push up the underprivileged students. You know. These are some of the areas. They're just things from that point of view, so that you're able to give good answers and get very high marks. I think in your case, we expect that you should be able to score very well, going by what you have scored before, and you have the potential. Though you do not have that much of time with you, but still, if you concentrate on these lines, you'll be able to score much more. Thanks.
Thanks.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
You don't have.
Am I a bit verbose in my answer, sir?
No, it's okay, sir.
You are not verbose.
Not verbose.
Only one request from me. Smile little bit.
Certainly.
In this stage, you look too serious. So you can't give a very broad smile because it's not your habit. But keep a little bit of smile. That you can do. In the remaining period, you can practice also standing before a mirror. And you have fairly wide bank of wide knowledge. But see, not knowing Altman and knowing AI doesn't go together.
But so otherwise, if you see, I mean, his achievements, fantastic, sir.
Plenty.
Awarded for success. I mean, everything in action. It's not theoretical. That is the best thing about you.
That's
So, I mean, just go through it again so that you are able to make a mark. Yeah?
great.
Sir.
So all the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
So now you give a bit of smile and you can go away.